I woke up as we were rounding the coast by Dunbar. I saw nothing waiting to meet me at the Waverley station, so I went into the hotel and breakfasted hugely. I then walked the lovely length of Princes Street. The castle looked more than ever a hallucination, with the morning sun behind it. Wilfred Owen had been sent home to Great Britain from France, and he was sent first to the Royal Victoria Hospital, which is situated in Netley on Southampton Water. And after that, he was sent up to Edinburgh, to Craiglockhart War Hospital. He arrived here in June 1917 to be treated by Dr. Arthur John Brock. Dr. Brock's treatments for Owen and his other patients were ergotherapy, which was the work cure. So he believed that if you took men back to what they were interested in, put them back in an environment that was comfortable for them, where they knew of the geology, the geography, the history of the local area, that would help their recovery. This treatment was particularly apt for Wilfred Owen, who had an interest in natural history and botany, and particularly poetry from a very young age.
Edinburgh was important to Wilfred Owen. Both obviously it's important in historical terms and it's important in terms of literature, but it's also important in terms of military and medical developments. We see during Owen's time here, we see the development of thinking on shell shock and how medical men treat shell shock and how military men deal with shell shock. The time here in Edinburgh is significant in Owen's writing. We see some of his most powerful war poetry written here in this 4-month stay here at Craiglockhart War Hospital. Anthem for Doomed Youth and Dulce et Decorum Est, two of the most important and well-known war poems, were written right here in Edinburgh. Dulce et Decorum Est is one of the best known war poems. Dulce et Decorum Est, pro patria amore, the old lie, it is sweet and it is beautiful to die for your country.
One of the most important items we have in the War Poets collection is the Hydra, which was the in-house journal or magazine of the officers who were treated here. Wilfred Owen edited 6 copies of the Hydra as part of his treatment. In one of his editorials he says, "Many of us who came to the Hydro slightly ill are now getting dangerously well." And it was of course dangerous, because when you were well, you were sent back to the front.
But the most significant find was finding the venue in Edinburgh where Robert Graves, Siegfried Sassoon and Wilfred Owen all met together at Babberton Golf Club. And we find that because a letter which is buried away in the archives in Southern Illinois University over in America, that letter from Sassoon to Graves tells him to meet him in Juniper Green at Babberton Golf Club because he's got a golf match that morning and he does not want to cancel the golf match. So Wilfred Owen kindly takes Robert Graves from Craiglockhart to Babberton Golf Club, and we now have the 3 most powerful war poets of the Great War all together at an Edinburgh golf club talking about poetry. One of the most significant places in Owen's enlightenment is his time walking in the Pentland Hills. Owen comes back and says that Edinburgh is his free and easy Oxford. And Edinburgh provided that enlightenment, that space, and the people and the ideas for him to get that education and produce some of his most powerful war poetry.